Okay, let's talk about getting data into your system, a process we call data ingestion. Sounds simple enough, right? Well, it's often more complex than most people expect. Think of it like this: your modern data platform is like a party, and you're inviting guests from all over, different countries, different languages, some showing up in groups, others solo. You've got data coming from relational databases, your typical RDBMSs. Those are your organized, structured party goers. Then there are files: CSV, JSON, XML, Avro, the whole gang. They're like that group of friends who always show up with different outfits, sometimes even changing mid party. We've also got SaaS applications, delivering data through their APIs. Think of them as guests who RSVP through different online platforms. And finally, streaming data. Imagine a live band constantly playing and you need to capture every note. First up, dealing with those relational databases, RDBMS, guests. When bringing them into the party, you need to make sure they speak the same language. You'll be mapping data types from their database to your cloud data warehouse. Think of it as providing a translator at the door. You also want to automate this whole process because who wants to manually check every guest's ID, right? Automation saves time and reduces errors. Plus, these database folks are constantly changing, so your system needs to keep up. Now, there are a couple of ways to handle the ongoing flow from databases. You could do a full table dump, basically copying the entire guest list every time. But that's slow and expensive. Like photocopying the entire phone book only when you only need a few numbers. Or you could do incremental updates, just noting the changes since the last check. Better, but still might not be fast enough. The best approach, something called change data capture, or CDC. It's like having a dedicated party planner who keeps track of every new guest, every change of address in real time. It's a bit more complex to set up and might cost extra, but it solves those performance bottlenecks. You can find CDC solutions from the big database vendors as open source options and even as cloud services. Next up, handling those file guests. You've got to be able to understand all their different formats: CSV, JSON, XML, Avro. It's like having a multilingual party host. And remember how I said they change outfits? That's called schema drift. And it happens a lot with files. You need a system that can handle those changes gracefully. Sometimes they'll send you a full snapshot, like a complete photo album. Other times, just a few new pictures. Your ingestion process needs to be super resilient and ready for any surprise. Now, let's talk about those SaaS applications. They usually give you data through a REST API. But here's the catch: there's no standard way they do it. It's like each guest using a different kind of handshake. You'll need separate pipelines for each source, and you'll have to do some serious data type validation because most SaaS APIs are pretty vague about what they're sending you. Plus, you need to be flexible. Some will give you full data dumps, others just the updates. Finally, we have streaming data. Think of it as a live concert. You've got to capture every single note in real time. Your pipeline needs to decode those messages into something your system understands. You also need to deal with duplicates. Sometimes you'll hear the same note played multiple times. Plus, different versions of the same message can pop up. And of course, it all needs to scale because those high volume data streams are like a sold out stadium show. Finally, keeping tabs. How do you make sure this whole party is running smoothly? You need some solid quality control and monitoring. Think of it as your event management dashboard. You'll want to track things in your metadata layer like: where did each guest come from? Which party are they attending? How many guests from each group? How long did it take to get everyone in? For the live band, how many notes per minute? There you have it. That's what you need to consider when ingesting data. It's more than just opening the door. It's about managing a complex, diverse, and ever changing flow of information. Get this right, and you're well on your way to leveraging the full power of your data.